Hey, what's up, everybody? Mr. BuildWealth. I'm back at it again. And if this is your first time joining me, I'm here to share information and resources to help you get started with building wealth. And before I get started, I've been making it a point to punch in my website because if you want to get in touch, there's a contact us portion at the bottom of the page. Just fill it out. I'll be in touch and we'll get cooking. So you might find some other great resources on the page, some blogs that I've written, good information. I'll just say that good information that can help you. This one is how good is your financial advisor? And I wanted to come and talk about this topic specifically because anytime that I'm engaging with a prospective client, I always ask one of the questions is tell me about your experience with a financial advisor, planner, if you've had financial coaches, counselors, whatever it is. I just kind of want to get a sense of what's been your experience with people like myself. And everybody's different. So let me first say that everybody has maybe their kind of area of expertise. Maybe they're very specialized and focused. Maybe they are, a generalist. And you'll find a lot of different things. And the reason I wanted to kind of talk about this is because a lot of people don't have the right advisors, like right now. Like they're working with people who are giving them just enough, like not going above and beyond. And maybe you don't have enough money with this person. Maybe you haven't done enough business with them to make them want to do more for you as their client. But I kind of challenge some of the advice that people are getting from different financial practitioners because a lot of them just aren't asking the right questions or they're not asking enough questions. And so I had a discovery call I was doing the other day, and we were talking about this young lady's investments, and she's all over the place. And so she's like, I got this guy who I work with, and he's telling me this and that. And I was like, has he asked you a question about like your time horizon? And she was like, nah, he just told me he could help me. He was managing some money. And I was like, look, everybody wants your money, all of it. But as a client, like you got to ask something of your advisor. And if he or she can't meet your demands, then you probably should go elsewhere. Like I don't think this advisor should have had her money, but she was referred to him years ago from a family friend. And so she felt compelled to like not leave him. But I was like, you're asking me questions that you should ask your advisor. This guy has your money. And this is a discovery call. Like you're not even my client. And so when I said that, I said, isn't that a problem? Like this guy is managing hundreds of thousands of dollars and you haven't asked him these questions you're asking me. I was like, why does he have your money? And what I find is that these people who are, I'll say specialists or very focused and narrow in terms of how they do their job, they're not going to ask you questions. They may just be the guy or the gal who just wants to manage X amount of dollars that you're giving them. So the idea behind this is ask your advisor what they're doing for you and why you're paying him or her. Because if they're not like really advising you on your entire situation, then you have like a money manager. And that's a whole different ball game from a financial advisor or planner. And so I know our titles confuse people. I've got insurance agents who only sell insurance, but who tell people they're financial planners. The wealth manager, right? That's the one that gets everybody. They manage wealth. What the hell does that mean? You should ask. Ask those questions. So as an advisor, like I tell people, it's pretty clear what I can and cannot do. And I shared this during a discovery call with anybody that I speak with. Here's what I know I can do for you. Here's what I cannot. And whatever I cannot do, I'm usually going to offer an alternative to help assist you. So there's certain things I know I'm not an expert in. So I refer that away. I don't try to sit here and act like I can do it all, but I do ask those questions. And what I find is that people are like, my person never asked me that question. And I'm like, well, you got sold. Maybe they're just doing a bang up job for that one account that you have and you've been happy. But now you're talking to me and I'm realizing you ain't happy. So, something that I pride myself on is just asking enough questions. But the problem I see with what I do for people is they don't really know what they want. And I think they come to us as the practitioner and they want us to just like give them the solution. And the analogy I always give is you don't go to the doctor and give them very little information. You tell them like the problem, the symptoms, how you're feeling, whatever it is, you give them a lot of information. And then the doctor is able to make a decision, a recommendation based on what you've told them. And so as financial advisors, practitioners, we're trying to do the same thing for you. Some of us are. Some of us actually want to help you with the plan, help you figure out your entire ball, the entire game. They want you to figure out everything. Others, they're just going to be very specialized and focused. And that's okay too. So don't feel bad if they can't help you out on that. Just know that you may need multiple people. So again, this is why I talk to my clients about you're probably going to need more people than just me because I can't do it all. I don't want to do it all. And so, again, it begs the question of when people say, well, Jasper, I don't want to work with you right now. I'm like, what's the alternative? Because up until this point, you probably haven't figured it out on your own. So you need a person or some people to help you with certain goals you're trying to achieve. But then even the people we're working with, we're not asking enough of them. This is America. You got options. And I know sometimes we feel somewhat loyal to these people who we're paying money and we're not getting the service we desired. I hope that makes sense. So I've met, a lot of people who have said, hey man, I don't think you can help me. And I'm like, you're right. I probably can't. But here's what we can do. And so I've had one young lady, I'm never going to forget it. She's in her mid-50s, hasn't really figured life out yet, but sounded like, and I say sounded like she was kind of ready. And so as I'm asking her all these questions, she was like, I don't have an advisor. And I was asking her why she doesn't. But she's one of those, like the small percentage who can do it themselves. And so she was listing off all the resources and things she had access to. And all I said was, I want to see what you're going to do because you don't need to work with me. But I just want to check in with you every couple of months to see if you're making some headway. And that was our agreement. And what she said was this was the first time she had ever shared a lot of details about her personal situation to anybody. And I was like, you're in your mid-50s and you're just figuring it out. And what I said was, I'm glad you're doing it now because it doesn't get easier as you get older. As you get older, you got more responsibilities. You got children, you got a mortgage, you got job stuff, maybe you're doing a business. But your advisor should be there, or your team of advisors should be there every step of the way. Every step. Or until you get to that point where you transition from them. Maybe they can't service you anymore. And that's okay. Like I got clients, I tell them, maybe I'm only going to help you get started on your journey to building wealth. Maybe I'm just going to help with that. Maybe that's it. And if that's all that I'm going to do for you, then I'm going to feel good that we did some business. I helped you get past a hurdle or achieve some goals. And then you graduate from me. Others, maybe we just do accountability things. But it doesn't matter what you want to do. It's a matter of will you execute the plan. Because I believe we all dream and fantasize about the life we want to live. But sometimes our advisors just aren't asking us the questions that are actually going to help us to bring those dreams into the forefront, into reality. Like we can't live out these dreams that we fantasize about. And so I challenge you to look at your money team, if you have one, if not, whoever you are getting financial advice from, you should be asking a lot of him or her because I do challenge how good some practitioners are. And I don't care if they have alphabet soup after their name. Just because you've taken a test and passed it does not solidify you as a great advisor. One of the big ones I get a lot is the Certified Financial Planner designation. I don't have it yet. Working on it. Would love to get it. But I've come across people who have met with CFP practitioners, and I've asked a question that their CFP practitioner did not ask. And for the life of me, I'm just like, sometimes it isn't all about the credentials. Sometimes it is. Sometimes it isn't. But your advisor should be asking you a lot of questions. They should be challenging you on the way you think about money, how you feel about money, and they should be asking you the right questions. And sometimes we have to hold back because we know it's almost too overwhelming for you to do everything at one time. And I know this to be true because I got an email this morning and the paragraph is about this long. And she's laying out all the issues she's got. Now, I haven't responded yet, But clearly I know she's never had a financial advisor. She's gone through life. Sounds like she's probably early 50s, maybe late 40s. So she's probably making great money, just kind of going through life, but has never really figured it out from a financial planning perspective. And so my only question is, when I respond, I've been trying to think about how I want to respond to her is, how much longer do you want to deal with this nonsense? And what investments are you willing to make? And I put investments in quotes because she probably needs to do some investing, but by investments meaning she's going to have to pay for my services and my time. And that's all I want to know, like how soon are we getting started? Because if you've taken the time to write out, I mean, it's a substantial paragraph. I think she needs a lot of help. Now, I don't know what's going to happen, but I'm going to ask her the same question when we have our discovery call after I respond to her email. And I'm just going to say, how long, when you ready to get moving? And if you haven't set some dates in mind in terms of when you want to kind of achieve some of these smaller goals, then I don't think I'm going to work with her. And again, I'm going to ask her a lot of questions, and I'm going to ask very targeted questions because I want to get to the heart. I want to get inside of there and really figure out, how serious is she? Or is she going to be one of these people who's going to give me this lip service about how they want to change their lives, and then who ends up being just full of shit? And here's the top, the icing on the top, the sprinkles, the cherry, whatever. She saw me, she said 3 years ago at an event speaking about all the stuff I talk about. So we'll see how long it takes. So again, I want all of you to think about the people that you are working with from a financial planning perspective. You know, I want you to challenge them. If you're paying them a fee, if you've purchased some products and you've done some transactional stuff, ask them some more questions about what else they can do for you. And if the relationship is good, go a little bit deeper. Or if you're going to stay surface level, you're going to get surface level type of treatment. But go a little bit deeper and you'll be surprised what some of your practitioners might be able to do for you. But you'll also find that some can't do what you need. Like, I can't do it all either. So I'm going to tell you up front, yo, you're going to do this or you're not. So I want you all to be confident enough to be able to ask these questions and don't feel like you're wasting somebody's time. If they got your money, it's worth their time. I don't care if it's a lot of bit or a little bit. That's your money. All right, that's your money there. And you need to ask more of the practitioners that you work with. So hopefully this will help some of you kind of reach out. You know, maybe it's not even me, but if you want to reach out to me, hit me up. 15-minute phone call. That's why I'm trying to drive people. Do a quick phone call with me, and let's come and chop it up and figure out what's stopping you from being financially great. Because I'm gonna have a lot of questions, and I'm really gonna poke and prod to see like why you acting up. Because some of your advisors or the people on your money team may not be asking you the right questions or enough questions, and I'm not that dude. I'm going in on you to see what it is you want to do, what you will do, and how I can help you get to the promised land. So if you need me, hit me up. Check out the BuildWealthMovement.com. If I can be of service, you let me know. All right, everybody. I'll catch you next time.